Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this series of videos. If you're seeing this video in my forex course, I want to believe you've learned a lot before you even get here, and this video is actually towards the end of the course, and it is quite important that it comes here because of the content. We're about to predict the future. The title of this video is The Future of AI in Trading. The future of AI in trading. And if you can hear through my voice, you can notice some level of coldness. And the reason is because of the amount of information I came by while I was researching this topic. I would I will say it's quite troubling. At the same time, I'll say it's should I say good? It will be good for most people, just like AI in other sectors. It's going to be good for a great number of people. At the same time, the possibility, the potential for misuse and abuse is quite enormous, and that aspect is going to be very, let's say, very dangerous. So this video is going to be a long video, definitely, because of the topic. I'm not going to rush over it. If you're seeing this video on my YouTube channel, good for you. You have the choice to watch it to the end. Definitely, it's a long video. And if you're seeing it in my forex course, you are expected to watch it to the end because it is part of what you paid for. There are a lot of things we're going to talk about, and I strongly advise, if my advice means anything to you, to watch the video till the end and position yourself for the future. Know how you can position yourself for the future of forex trading. Don't assume that AI in trading is far. No, it's not far away. As at 2024, high frequency AI trading made $10.4 billion, billion with a B, as at 2024. So imagine 2025 and this is 2026, the time I'm recording this video. Perhaps some people will see this video in 2027 and after that. So there's a whole lot. So AI is already in the sector, and it will expand. It will go beyond what we can see right now. So there's a whole lot going on the background, and just like most sectors, many people think AI will not affect me, this will not happen, this will not happen. All of a sudden, the rug is pulled under their feet. So if you don't want to be one of those people that the rug will be pulled under their feet, then you want to watch this video to the end and do further research for yourself. Then know how to position yourself in order not to be put out of the sector, but be an authority, or an authority, someone to be reckoned on. So let's get into the video. The title of this video is The Future of AI in Trading. Now, what's AI? AI is artificial intelligence. Most of us, if you're not living under the rock, you must have heard of AI since 2024, perhaps 2023. I think ChatGPT blew up the AI world in, I think, 2023, if I'm not mistaken. This was after Facebook made their parent company to be Meta. And of course, if you're online and you follow all of these trends, you would have noticed all of this. So AI means artificial intelligence. And what is artificial intelligence? Now, pay attention, because in many of what we call AI today, more than 90%, all of them are built on pattern recognition. More than 90% of artificial intelligence agents or platforms are built on pattern recognition, meaning that they are built from information of the past. So they cannot make significant recommendation or give you a reasonable information about even the present, how much more the future. Do you understand that? So I don't want to talk about the marketing of AI, the idea behind it and all of that, because we want to stay on how this concerns us as traders. So AI, or artificial intelligence, which is the same thing, is mostly about understanding what has happened in the past, build a pattern, understand what's happening in the present, and what's likely to happen in the future. This is how AI operates. I'll give you an instance. Okay, let me not digress. Since we're still introducing the topic, let's continue. Perhaps the illustration will come later. Now, before the advent of artificial intelligence, or let's say before artificial intelligence got so big as what it is right now, in the trading industry, we had what we call trading robots. And trading robots was simply a computer program designed to act a certain way. For instance, if you see this happen, then this is what you should do. You understand? So, for instance, a person programs, or a trader programs a robot that if you see RSI below 30, you should take a buy. That is a robot. The robot doesn't want to know whether there is still momentum in the market to cause it to sell more. It doesn't want to know anything. As far as this information is available, this is the decision it has to make. So that is a robot. So before the advent of AI, or before AI became this big, we had trading robots, and this is how a robot operates. A robot operates by garbage in, garbage out. What you program is what it will do. If the market conditions change, the robot remains rigid and stays doing what it was programmed to do until you turn it off. That is how robots behave. So, most of the things marketed today as trading AI is just robots. Most of the things. And of course, the reason why they use the word AI in their marketing is because there is an AI trend in the world right now. So in order to fit into the trend, they use the word AI. And when you use them, you get to see that it's nothing but robots. So the term AI will get them funding, perhaps if they're trying to raise funds from investors, and it gets public appeal because the word AI is in vogue. So you want to think through before you get any of these things, know what exactly you're getting. Is it truly an AI or just a trading robot? Are we together? So at this point, you could already get confused. What is the difference between trading robots and trading AI? That is where we are right now. Let's discuss the difference between trading robots and AI. Like I said earlier, number one difference between robots and AI is robots execute trade based on preset parameters. Robots execute trade based on preset parameters. Like I said earlier, if you see RSI below 30, take a buy. You see RSI above 70, take a sell. That is a preset parameter. That's how robots, and the robots will take the trade. But AI analyzes historical and live data to make its own decision. The AI will rather analyze historical and live data and make its own decision. So in regards to, let's use crude oil in recent time, after US and Iran agreed to a ceasefire, crude oil sold. So if you were using a robot, the time it was buying and it was overbought, perhaps RSI above 70, it would have taken a sell. Maybe you would have made profit from there. That first sell that caused it to sell from about 110 down to 90 something, I think $92 per barrel, it is already oversold on the RSI if you're using 1 hour, 4 hours time frame. Now a robot will take a buy. A robot will take a buy because the RSI is below 30. But an AI, a trading AI, will not take a buy. Instead, it will analyze historical and live data, what's happening in the market. At the period of the ceasefire, there was negotiations. So it will not take a trade. Then Israel bombed Lebanon, the ceasefire was called off. Then United States blocked the Strait of Hormuz, and what happened? They finally had another conversation. Israel agreed to stop bombing Lebanon within the period of ceasefire. Then oil sold again. So AI will take a sell. A robot at this stage, a robot will take a buy, AI will take a sell, and the AI will be correct. You see the difference? You see the difference? That is what the difference in aspect of execution. A robot is strict, preset parameters. That is what it works with. Robots use live and historical data to make decisions. I believe that analogy is very clear and you understand it very well. Now, number two, a robot cannot adjust to new market conditions. No, a robot cannot adjust to new market conditions, but AI learns from its mistakes and adjusts. AI will learn from its previous mistakes and adjust. Robots will stick to whatever it was programmed to do. It will not adjust irrespective of what the market is doing. Number three, it only does what it is told at the time of programming. So robots will do exactly what it was told. The only time to get a robot to not to work is to turn it off. But as far as it is on, it will keep doing what it was programmed to do. Meanwhile, an AI can make autonomous decisions. It can make decisions of its own. Like, I think this year there was a trend. Should I call it a trend? There was a time or an information that was leaked about AI social media that was created, and lots of AI signed up, and we saw them putting out posts and several informations on what they were planning to do, how humans were monitoring them, and all of that. This was never planned for. So AI has autonomy. They do, while robots doesn't. It is, it doesn't think, let's use the word think, it doesn't think on its own, or doesn't think for itself. Then number four, a robot is easy to build. A trading robot is easier to build and understand, while an AI is complicated. It's complicated to build. You need not just coding, you need data centers, you need backlog of information to input in order for it to use that to learn, quantum computing, and all of that. So AI is complicated, while a robot is simple. A robot is simple. So these are the basic difference between AI and robot. And I want to believe you understand everything we've said here. You understand everything we've said here, because we want to talk about how AI make decisions. We've said that how robots make decisions is based on what was programmed while it was built. Whatever the trader or the programmer set, whatever was imputed at the cost of building the robot is what the robot will do for the rest of its life, except it is modified. While AI makes decisions based on live data and several other aspects. So let's discuss how AI makes trading decisions, how a trading AI makes its decision. Number one is historical data, meaning that it will analyze several charts, could analyze charts up to 20 years behind or perhaps more than that. Lots of charts, it will, perhaps up to 1 million charts, it could analyze all of that and see how the market played out within certain period, structure, what structure caused this, what information caused this to happen, and all of that. So it needs a lot of inputs of information, so it requires historical data. That's one. Two, news and sentiment. AI definitely considers news. And this is also why I consider people who say they don't trade the news or who don't consider the news when making their trading decisions, I consider that they don't understand trading enough. If you can make such statements, you don't understand trading enough. Because if you do, you know that news is a major part of, considering news is a major part of making a trading decision. Then number three is macroeconomic signals. So what is happening in macroeconomy around the world? These are part of the things AI considers to make a decision. And number four is social media trends and posts, including Donald Trump's posts, truths, and tweets. Do you understand that? So that is how deep AI can go. It has to be fed all of this information. So it analyzes all of these information in order to make a post or in order to make a trading decision. Because social media sentiment is also a valid means to drive the market. Where do you think herd mentality happens? When a particular influencer makes a certain post, especially influencer, of course, by the word influencer, it means the person already has lots of followers. So when such a person makes certain posts, we're buying this. For instance, I remember when Robert Kiyosaki made a post about buying silver, and silver was $35. In less than a month from that time, silver got to $80. Can you imagine that? Meanwhile, gold had gotten, I think, about 4,500 ounce. That's 4,500 ounce, $4,500 per ounce. That was how far gold had gotten, but silver was still that low. And I remember after that post, it wasn't up to a month. It wasn't when silver got to $80, which at the time was like the highest. And then the media started talking about it. All of a sudden, it got to $120 before it fell again. So AI will certainly analyze social media posts because it is part of information that could cause the markets to move. Then number five, satellite data. This could come surprising. So you see that AI has to be very big. It's not a small project. AI in trading has to be very vast. And I'm tempted to say this ahead, even though I'll say it later. It is not every trader that will have access to it. Because you see this number of things I've mentioned, in order for an AI, trading AI, to make a decision, it will take a lot of work to be able to build something like this. So having understood all of this I've said so far, you can see that most of the things that are marketed right now as trading AI cannot be it. It cannot. Because of, I would say because of the way they are marketing it. Because it will take a lot to build this. And when you do, you cannot be marketing it the way they're marketing. I think I've digressed. Let's proceed. Let's get into, let's continue to what we were saying. So like I said earlier, within 2024, high frequency AI trading made $10.4 billion according to Forbes. So it means that it is already happening. It's already happening. And this wasn't made by retail traders. It was made by big institutions, hedge funds, and major banks. They are the ones using it already, and they are the ones making lots of money from it already. So what do you need to know about AI in trading? What do you need to know? After this, then we're going to talk about predictions. So this is important. If you were not paying attention all this while, you could want to say before now we were at the introduction or introductory part of this video. Right now we are at the peak, the most important part of it, because when you understand this part, then you can definitely know how you can position yourself in order not to be pulled out of the system, for the rug not to be pulled out of your feet in the long term, because like I said, it is already happening. So what you need to know about AI in trading, number one is historic decision making. So we said it, use historic decision making. So AI cannot, there's a particular bot people are advertising. I saw, I think on TikTok, you take a screenshot of your chart and upload it to it. They were calling it AI. Take a screenshot of your chart and upload it to the platform, and it will produce a signal for you, and they call it AI. This is a robot, because an AI needs more than just one screenshot, not even two, to come up with a good decision. The owners of every AI platform put so much effort to make sure that it is very detailed enough in order to appeal to a great audience and high quality audience, in order to get sufficient money in order to run the system. Do you understand? So it will take a lot to come up with and I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying it exists, but the kind of things people are marketing right now is not really it. It's not really it. I hope you get my point. So historical decision making, high speed execution. This is also going to be something you will know about, you will see about AI. High speed execution, the kind of execution that it can take up to 50 trades in less than 1 second. Do you understand? You know that sometimes you miss out on perhaps 1, 2, or 5 pips of when you take a trade. From the time you see the trade till the time you take it, you can lose out on perhaps that amount of pips. But if you're using an AI trading agent, it will execute it instantaneously. In milliseconds, the trade is executed. This will happen. This is already happening. Number 3 is no emotions. Of course, you can relate it with robot. And okay, in the next point, we're going to explain another point, and we'll do justice to this. So an AI trades without emotion. Then That was number 3. Then number 4, it's not rigid. So you get me now. So it doesn't trade with emotions, at the same time it's not rigid. Humans trade with emotions, robots are rigid, but AI is going to be in between. You see why I said that it's scary? You see why I said it's scary? Because this is going to be the perfect blend. This is going to be the best thing to happen in the trading industry. Anybody that have a brain and have money will definitely want to acquire one. Are we together? This is how good it will be. No emotions are not rigid. That is how, and we know that this is the characteristic of a good trader. It takes a while. In fact, you cannot, should I say it's impossible for a human being to attain this rank 100%. You can attain it 20, 30, 50%. It varies with individuals, how disciplined you are and how long you're in the system. But AI will attain this within a very short period of time. I need you to think through this. I need you to. So, as it's not rigid, it has no emotion, it's self-learn and continuously optimized. So, if it makes a mistake in one trade, it will analyze that trade and know why it made that mistake and will not repeat it in the next trade. It makes profit in one trade, it will analyze that one and try to replicate it in subsequent trade. You see how good that is going to be. You see how good that sounds. And definitely it will happen. It will happen. It has started happening. Very few people have access to this. So it is a big deal. That was number 4. Number 5, it has data advantage, both structured and unstructured data. Now, structured data is your chart. You have peak value, RSI, perhaps indicator on your chart. Those are structured data. So it will study that one. Unstructured data will be satellite images, social media posts, and the rest. It has access to all of this and it will make decisions putting this into consideration, and it will make the best trading decisions anyone can ever imagine. Do you understand? Can you see how big this sector is going to be? Do you see how big this is going to be? And I will say, even though it's a norm. It's something anybody who has been following the trading industry know that this is happening very well. That by the time AI will become very big in the trading industry, there'll be lots of volume traded in the forex market. I think I would say up to $10 trillion will be traded in the forex market per day. Yes, it will get to that. So, having discussed what you should know about AI trading agents, now let's make predictions. Predictions about AI in trading industry. This could happen within the next, some of them are already happening, but we'll see it very big perhaps in the next 3 to 5 years. Number 1 is agentic trading, where you will hand over your account to a trading agent, AI trading agent, and to have full autonomy over your trading account. Full autonomy over your trading account, and you can go and ball. Do you understand? You can go and party, you can go on vacation. You don't have to check at any time, except you choose to. Perhaps for the sake, I believe that part, the sake of managing the AI will be the responsibility of the AI company. But the part of the trader will be to pay for the subscription. That's how I think it will happen. Just like we have ChatGPT and its service to the world, providing information, let's call it that way. And people pay for subscription while they keep using the app. So the aspect of ChatGPT giving people wrong information, encouraging people to do unhealthy things, that responsibility is given to OpenAI, while the users of the platform continue using it. So that is how I think AI agents will be. It will have full autonomy. Traders will subscribe to use the platform, get it connected to their trading account, and go ahead with their business. Then the AI will trade the account, have full autonomy over the account. If anything goes sour, the trader has the ability to cancel the subscription and send away, or let's cancel access of the AI to his account and get another AI agent. But so many companies will keep working on making their own AI agents very good, that people can stay subscribed for as long as possible. You get that? So full autonomy of an AI agent in your trading account is one of the things that's going to happen in the future. Let's use the word future. Number two, hedge funds will lay off 80 to 90% of their staff. Hedge funds have traders, risk managers, and other roles in their sector or in their company, which enables them to come to a good trading decision. Now, imagine an agent. Okay, they also have research. Imagine an agent that handles research, risk management, execution, everything. Why do you think, in such situation, why will you think a hedge fund will maintain its staff? It won't. Just like we've seen layoff in several other industries, this will start happening in trading. Hedge funds, proprietary firm. By proprietary firm, I don't mean simulated prop firms. I mean non-simulated prop firms will lay off many of their traders. Imagine if you can have an AI agent that has 98 to 99% win rate, that can make 200% profit per annum consistently. Will you retain a human to continue trading for you? Think about it. If you can get an AI agent that can do this, will you retain an AI? Will you retain a human? So, if you can have a AI agent making this kind of, generating this kind of results, do you have any reason to retain humans? So you see that many traders working for these big firms, central banks, commercial banks, hedge funds, proprietary firms, all of them, 80 to 90% will lose their jobs. This is it. So they will retain those who can manage these AI trading agents, and you'll see that they'll become fewer. They'll become few. So with time, those things you see in trading floors, that you see lots of people with lots of screens and watching the screens and all of that, those things will be reduced. You could see one person or perhaps a few people managing billions of dollars. Some companies will be trillions of dollars, and it will continue. I believe that point is clear enough. Then number 3, of course, there will be government regulations. This will certainly come in. Just like other sectors, when things start getting serious, the government will step in order to control it. There will be a lot of dark side to this, so the government will require transparency. I urge you to do your research on this topic. I cannot say everything I found out when I researched this topic. I urge you to do your own research and see certain things for yourself. But like I said, there'll be government regulations which will get more serious on this. Then number 4 will be shrinking edge for retail traders. So there will be shrinking edge for retail traders. Let's explain that. Remember, I said that AI will be able to make instant execution or high-speed execution. So imagine, as a trader, a retail trader, you want to take a trade. Let's use this for instance. Let's say you want to take a sell and the market is here. Then 1,000 AI agents with huge volume also see the entry at this level and take a trade at the time you were supposed to take, but they took it at a faster speed than yourself. What will happen? The price will drop. So there will come a time that you will see a trade, and within the time you see it and the time you take it, the trade has moved 20 pips. Do you understand that? Do you understand the power of that? That because of the volume and speed they are taking, they can move the market, let's use the word, against you. So by doing that, they've widened your stop loss. So there will be slimmer edge for retail traders. I am not trying to scare you. I'm not saying retail traders will be out of the market. I'm telling you the reality, what to expect. These are predictions. Number 5, herd activity among AI agents. Herd activity among AI. By herd, I mean HERD. Herd activity among AI agents. So, because all of these AI agents have access to about the same kind of information, they are likely to be doing about the same thing. And as a trader, you know that herd mentality is not usually the great or the best way to trade. You need to be able to make decisions on your own. But when a group of people have access to the same information and think about the same way, they are likely to carry out the same decisions. So that will cause herd activity. Sometimes this could be good, sometimes this could be bad. And we should expect that. Expect herd activity among AI agents. Number 6, AI trading agents won't be cheap. I mentioned that, I think, earlier. I said it won't be cheap because of the amount of work it will take to generate one. Even though as time goes on, as the competition increases, the prices will come down because many people will want to play on the price side while others will play on the value side. Either way, it will cause the price to come down. So my prediction is that at the early stage, even where we are right now, if my research has made me know that several hedge funds and institutions have been using this since 2024, it means it's already in existence and it's not common in the market. So I would say it's already in existence. So my prediction would be that a monthly subscription to have access to this kind of AI trading agent that is this good should be somewhere between $10,000 to $20,000 per month. Why then, when the price war starts, that will cause price to go down, the average price, of which at this time quality could also be a concern, but the average price when the market is saturated, let's use the word saturated, the average price is likely to be between $1,000 to $2,000 per month for access to this kind of AI trading agents. This is serious, right? And you can see the way this video is going. I'm not rushing it. I'm not trying to arrive on time. I need you to digest every point as we progress. If you need to pause this video and pay attention again, go ahead. Feel free to do it, because we are discussing very serious topic. That was number 6. Number 7. Not totally replacing humans, because not everyone can afford it. So the fact that not everyone can afford it will mean that it cannot totally replace humans. And just like the farming industry, when tractors and machineries came in, it sent many farm workers home. But in certain locations, under certain circumstances, not everybody could afford machineries, farm machineries. So the ones who could not stuck with their manual labor, even though those who use machineries got better results to those compared to those who are not using machinery. Exactly, this is the perfect analogy for this. This is a perfect analogy. So you see the way farming machineries has boosted farming output as compared to manual labor in agriculture. That is the same way AI in the trading industry will boost output as compared to retail traders doing the trading by themselves. Then, not everybody can afford these big farm machineries the same way not all retail traders will be able to afford it. So those who cannot afford it will stick to what they can do, which is trade by themselves, while those who can afford it will keep getting the best result. That is exactly what's going to happen. But with time, it will be very obvious that AI trading agent is the best thing you want to do for yourself. That's it. Number 7, right? Okay, that was number 7. Then number 8. This will be a big business for hedge funds. Yeah, it will be a big business for hedge funds. I think I mentioned it a bit in a previous number. To be a big business for hedge funds, like I said, imagine having an AI agent that has 98 to 99% win rate and generates 200 to 500% returns per annum. Imagine having such AI agent. What do you think will become of your firm? So a firm that starts with, let's say, $500 million, at the end of the first year already has over $1 billion as its annual return. So in 10 years, such firm should be sitting with somewhere over $10 trillion. Or perhaps somewhere over $50 trillion. This sounds vague. Sounds vague. But there's something Elon Musk said in one of his interviews. He said that 500 years ago, Some of the things that, or most of the things that modern day technology has made available, that it was not imaginable in the realm of magic. Do you understand? Should I repeat that statement? 500 years ago, the things that modern technology has made available was not conceived in the realm of magic as at 500 years ago. So the things we've predicted, some of them we've seen them happening, some of them seems vague, and some seems unimaginable, but is a possibility. I can assure you that these are possibilities. So let's summarize this topic. Let's summarize with a quote. Okay, not yet the quote. AI trading agents is the meeting point, as I said it, is the meeting point between human trading and robots. It's going to be that perfect blend. Is AI trading agents will be that perfect blend between humans and robots. So you need to position yourself to take advantage of this. Then the quote I said we're going to be ending with: in the future, traders won't compete again with other traders. They'll compete with machines. In the future, traders won't compete with other traders. They'll compete with machines. I need you to take time to digest the things we've said in this video and think it through and make your decisions. Do further research. It may not be convenient, it may not be appealing, but I strongly advise that you do further research and ensure that you're rightly positioned for this revolution that's about to happen.